You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. We're going to talk about John Morant and Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA. Now, we could spend an hour going over the laundry list of indiscretions that John Morant's had over the last, say, 12 to 18 months, but most recently, of course, two incidents, both involving Instagram Live, both involving guns. Now, there's been a rumor out there claiming, somebody put it out there, claiming that John Morant had a toy gun in this last incident. Very interesting. Adam Silver commented on this very issue today, and it's pretty clear. The NBA commissioner doesn't give a damn about whether this is a toy gun or not. He is not thrilled with how John Morant has conducted himself. John Morant was supposed to have received some help for some of his actions. Stephen A. Smith made some pretty strong comments about John Morant. And we are, of course, awaiting, after the NBA Finals, what could be an unprecedented suspension of Morant. He doesn't want to do it during the Finals. Adam Silver doesn't want to take away from the NBA Finals. But it's coming. And, guys, it could be a monstrous suspension. All the way up to a season. He could be gone. This is the New York Post. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said he is still doing a lot of thinking about John Morant's claim that he was holding a toy gun in an Instagram Live video. The Grizzlies star is currently suspended from all team activities after he was seen holding what appeared to be a firearm in a social media live stream on May 13th, less than 3 months after he brandished a firearm in a separate live stream on March 4th at Shotgun Willie's Strip Club in Glendale, Colorado. During a Thursday interview on the Dan Patrick Show, Silver questioned if it should even matter whether the gun in the second video was real, as Morant previously served an 8-game suspension for the first incident. Look, we're at the point where even Adam Silver, who, let's be honest, he's been pretty bad about letting the NBA players run the NBA, it's pretty obvious he's had enough of this situation. Like, Adam Silver has finally gotten fed up with the actions of an NBA player, and he looks like he's about to lay the hammer down. It's interesting, Silver said Thursday, adding that he is aware of Morant's camp, claiming he didn't have a real gun in the second video. Adam Silver's very aware of how this looks, the actual optics of the situation on the NBA, and the optics are bad. It looks really, really bad. I mean, even if you're a big supporter of gun rights, which I am, we obviously are still going to preach being responsible with said firearm and not be all loosey-goosey with your firearms. Be responsible, act responsibly. I don't know a single gun owner that would have done the things that Morant's done. It's something that I am thinking a lot about because I am not going to get into the specifics about the investigation. But in fact, if you're live streaming something to the world that looks exactly like a gun in a frankly reckless manner, should it matter whether it's a real gun or not? The very issue for Ja, certainly in the first incident, was treating the gun as a toy. That's what we're talking about, and that's what I think is a danger to society. Let's listen.
Is the John Morant investigation over? We're just waiting for the finals to be over to announce the decision?
The latter. We are waiting for the finals to be over. I'm aware, of course, of these reports on social media about, whether the gun was in fact a gun. And so we haven't completely wrapped it up.
Does that matter, Commissioner, if that's a toy gun?
It's interesting. It's the very issue is for Ja, certainly in the first incident, was treating a gun as a toy. I mean, that's what we're talking about. And that's what I think the danger is to society, taking a gun, live streaming it. This is without getting into gun issues in terms of the propriety of owning guns and the use of guns. I think everyone agrees that gun safety is critically important and that guns aren't toys.
Boy, you won't hear me say this much. I agree with Adam Silver on an issue. Wow, blind squirrel finds nut, but you get the point. We agree on almost nothing, but a real gun is not a toy, and it must be respected. Taking a gun, live streaming it without getting in the gun issues in terms of the proprietary of owning guns and use of guns, I think everyone agrees gun safety is critically important and guns aren't toys. Agreed. Absolutely. Adam Silver is still going through with the suspension, she said, looking like it should be 30 games, even though the NBA knows it was a toy gun. So it sounds like he's going to get at least 30 games in this whole thing. Adam Silver is talking like a guy that is fed up with this guy in totality. He's fed up with all of the antics. He's had enough. That came after Silver said in a press conference before the start of the 2023 NBA Finals that he had, quote, uncovered more information about the incident and that Morant's punishment would be announced after the Nuggets Heat series concludes. We haven't wrapped up the investigation as of yet. Commissioner went on to explain everything that is being presented to us is relevant in the investigation, and the league will take into account past conduct and circumstances of the situation. Wow. When asked if it's a fair assessment that he is disappointed when the second gun incident surfaced, Silver agreed. Silver also confirmed that during the first incident, Morant was waving an actual gun in a club while inebriated and live streaming it. Interesting. Nobody hasn't talked about that a lot. He's waving the gun around while he's drunk. That's something I actually haven't heard anybody bring up, that particular thing. He's waving the gun around. He's drunker than Cooter Brown. I mean, think about that a minute. The first time around, Silver said Morant, quote, fully owned it and recalled the NBA star telling him during a meeting, I made a terrible mistake. I will learn from the mistake. And so that's what we'll lay off. But it's pretty obvious the NBA commissioner does not feel like, I don't think he give a rat's if that's a toy gun or not. I just get the sense he doesn't care. Because, number one, you actually did it the first time. Number two, even if it's a toy gun, why would you get on there and do that with any gun of any kind at all at this point? The point the commissioner is trying to make, you didn't learn anything. And that was the whole point of getting nailed the first time. Are you going to learn from it and not make the NBA look bad by doing something else that causes the league bad optics? You made the NBA look like shit. You made Adam Silver look weak because he didn't nail you even harder the first time. I'm not sure anybody's got anything to worry about there. I mean, for once, I can honestly say I think Adam Silver might actually hammer a player in the NFL with a suspension. I've said before, John said before, if this was David Stern, he might never play basketball again. But David Stern, it didn't matter if it was Jordan. It didn't matter if it was Kobe. It didn't matter who it was. He would nail a player in a minute over conduct. Nobody was bigger than the NBA emblem and Jerry West and that symbol. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.